Namaste. Welcome to all of you. So this is the 11th lecture of the chapter surface chemistry, and in this lecture we start with coagulation or the precipitation of the colloidal solution. So let's define what is coagulation or precipitation. The process of settling down मतलब जम जाना, बैठ जाना. The process of settling of the colloidal particles, that is called coagulation or precipitation or flocculation of the soul. Clear the definition of coagulation of the soul? कैसे कर रहे हैं? Simply है the process of settling of the colloidal particles, that is called coagulation or precipitation or flocculation of the soul. Now we have different methods for the coagulation of lyophobic sols and lyophilic sols. Let's start with the coagulation of lyophobic sols. And the various methods by which we can coagulate the lyophobic sols are by electrophoresis, by mixing two oppositely charged sols, by boiling, by persistent dialysis, and by addition of electrolytes. So these are the methods for the coagulation of lyophobic sols. Let's discuss them one by one briefly. First क्या है? By electrophoresis. We have done this method earlier in the last chapter. So last lecture. इसमें करते क्या है? The phenomena of movement of the colloidal particles toward the oppositely charged electrodes in an electric field, that is called electrophoresis. The phenomena of movement of particles of colloid toward the oppositely charged electrodes in an electric field, that is called electrophoresis. And once the particles are migrating toward the oppositely charged electrodes, they will lose their charge and thus they will coagulate or make precipitate. That's the first method, electrophoresis. Second क्या? By mixing of two oppositely charged sols. Suppose we have arsenic sulfide sol. We know that it is a negatively charged sol. And then take ferric hydroxide sol. It is a positively charged sol. दोनों सोल को मिक्स कर दो. That is called mutual coagulation. दोनों सोल बैठ जाएंगे upon mixing. So what is mutual coagulation? It can be achieved by mixing two oppositely charged sols. Third आते हैं by boiling. Boiling से क्या होगा? We know that the ions are adsorbed on the sol particles in the solution. Now when we boil the solution, the particles of dispersion medium will collide with the ions which are adsorbed on the sol particles, and thus the ions are removed. And once the ions are removed, the stability of the particles, the stability of the solution decreases, and thus we have coagulation or precipitation upon boiling. Fourth क्या है? By persistent dialysis. क्या होता है dialysis? याद करो, we have done in the purification of colloidal solution. कैसे करते हैं dialysis? The process by which the particles of colloid are separated from the particles of crystalloid. How? By means of diffusion through a suitable membrane known as dialysing membrane. So in this case we took cellophane sheet or parchment paper. So these cellophane sheets or parchment paper allow only the small ions and the small molecules to pass through them. But the bigger molecules, the bigger particles of colloid are not allowed to pass through them. And thus we can purify the colloidal solution by removing the excess amount of ions or electrolytes present in the solution by means of diffusion. Now when we are doing when we are doing dialysis for a prolonged time, for a persistent time, तो उससे क्या होगा? Then all the ions are removed from the colloidal solution, and we know that the small amount of ions, small amount of electrolytes are necessary for the stability of the sol. If all the ions are removed, it will destabilize the sol, and thus there is coagulation of the sol. इसको बोलते हैं persistent dialysis. prolonged time के लिए, लंबे टाइम के लिए डायलाइसिस करते हैं, तो उससे भी क्या होता है? कोआगुलेशन या फिर प्रेसिपिटेशन ऑफ द सोल। ठीक है, लास्ट क्या है, बाय एडिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स। सो व्हेन वी ऐड excess amount of electrolytes in the colloidal solution, then the charged particles, the charged soul particles, they will attract the oppositely charged ions from the electrolyte, and thus there is coagulation or precipitation of the soul. ठीक है, so these are the various methods for the coagulation of lyophobic souls. अब आते हैं coagulation of lyophilic souls में, and the methods by which we can coagulate the lyophilic souls are, first वही है, by adding electrolyte, by adding excess amount of electrolyte. Second, by adding a suitable solvent. Suppose we have alcohol or acetone. When we add to the hydrophilic souls, so when we add alcohols and acetone to the hydrophilic souls, तो उससे क्या होगा, then dehydration, loss of water, dehydration of the dispersed phase occurs, and in this condition if we add small amount of electrolyte, that will cause coagulation of the lyophilic souls. So we have two methods by which we can coagulate lyophilic souls, by addition of electrolyte and by addition of a suitable solvent. So these are the methods for the coagulation of lyophilic and lyophobic and lyophilic souls. Clear? Now we'll discuss the method, the addition of electrolyte in detail, that how the addition of electrolyte cause the coagulation of the soul with the help of Hardy-Sulze rule. तो फटाफट पेन कॉपी निकालो, नोट करो. Now start the Hardy-Sulze rule for the coagulation of the soul. Yes, now the Hardy-Sulze rule or Hardy-Sulze rule, the way you pronounce it. So we know that the excessive amount of electrolytes causes coagulation. So in this case, the different electrolytes, they have different coagulating power. For a positively charged soul, we require negative ion. For a negatively charged soul, we require positive ion. So first of all, the ions carrying the charge opposite to that of the soul particles, they are effective in causing coagulation of the soul. और क्या कहता है ये? Greater the valency of the active ion or the flocculating ion. यहाँ पे active ion क्या है? The ion which cause coagulation. So greater the valency of that active ion or the coagulating ion or the flocculating ion, greater will be its coagulating power. तो जितनी वैलेंसी ज्यादा होगी एक्टिव आयन की, उतनी ही उसकी कोआगुलेटिंग पावर भी ज्यादा होगी. एग्जांपल लेते हैं. So to coagulate the negative soul of arsenic sulfide, so we have negative soul of arsenic sulfide, we have to coagulate it, and in this case we have taken three electrolytes, NaCl, MgCl2 आएगा, magnesium chloride and aluminum chloride. So in this case we have three cations, sodium ion, magnesium ion and aluminum ion. So in this case what we require, that three ions, they have different coagulating power to coagulate the negative soul of arsenic sulfide. और किसका coagulating power ज्यादा होगा? जिसकी वैलेंसी ज्यादा है. किसकी है? एल्यूमिनियम आयन विद द वैलेंसी ऑफ +3. तो ये सिंपल सा रूल है. रूल कौन सा? हार्डी-सुल्जे रूल. रूल क्या है? ग्रेटर द वैलेंसी ऑफ द एक्टिव आयन और द flocculating ion, greater will be its coagulating power. So in this case, the coagulating power of different cations, in these cations, decrease in the order. Aluminium ion will have the greater coagulating power. उससे कम magnesium ion, सबसे कम sodium ion. ठीक है? Take one more example. To coagulate the positive soul of ferric hydroxide, so we have ferric hydroxide soul and we have to coagulate it. So in this case we require negative ions, and we have taken 3 electrolytes: potassium phosphate, potassium sulfate, potassium chloride. इन तीनों में पोटेशियम कॉमन है, but we have different anions: phosphate ion, sulfate ion and chloride ion. And these anions will have different coagulating power to coagulate the positive soul of ferric hydroxide, and which will have the greater coagulating capacity, coagulating power, जिसकी वैलेंसी ज्यादा है. किसकी है? फॉस्फेट आयन की है. उससे कम किसका हो जाएगा? सल्फेट आयन का. उससे कम क्लोराइड आयन का. ठीक है, तो ये है हार्डी-सुलजे रूल. ग्रेटर द वैलेंसी ऑफ द एक्टिव आयन और द फ्लोकुलेटिंग आयन, ग्रेटर विल बी इट्स कोआगुलेटिंग पावर. ओके, फाइन. अब आते हैं व्हाट इज कोआगुलेशन वैल्यू और फ्लोकुलेशन वैल्यू. डिफाइन करते हैं इसको हम. द मिनिमम कंसेंट्रेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स रिक्वायर इन मिलीमोल्स, रिक्वायर फॉर व्हाट? टू कॉज द कोआगुलेशन ऑफ 1 liter of the soul. That is called coagulation value or flocculation value. दोबारा करते हैं. डिफाइन क्या है? The minimum concentration of electrolytes in millimoles which is required to cause coagulation or flocculation of 1 liter of the soul, and smaller the coagulation value of electrolyte, greater will be its coagulating power. इनवर्स रिलेशन है कोआगुलेटिंग पावर में और कोआगुलेशन वैल्यू में. सो दैट्स अबाउट द हार्डी-सुलजे रूल. सिंपल सा रूल है ये. एंड व्हाट इज कोआगुलेशन वैल्यू और फ्लोकुलेशन वैल्यू. सो दैट्स अबाउट द कोआगुलेशन ऑफ द कोलाइडल सोल. नाउ विल डिस्कस अबाउट द प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ कोलॉइड्स व्हिच इज इनवर्स of the coagulation. So let's start with the protection of colloids. आप इसको नोट भी कर लो. Yes, now the protection of colloids. That means how can a lyophilic soul can protect a lyophobic soul from being coagulated. उसको बोलते हैं हम protection of colloid. Let's see in detail. So we have two types of souls: lyophilic soul and lyophobic souls. And we know that the lyophilic souls are more stable than the lyophobic souls. Now why is it so? Because the lyophilic colloids are extensively solvated. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? That means the particles of the lyophilic colloids, they are surrounded throughout by the particles of the liquid in which they are dispersed. That is called extensively solvated. Now it has been found that the lyophilic colloids, they have the unique property of protection of lyophobic colloids. So lyophilic colloids can protect the lyophobic colloids. How? So when a lyophilic soul, the lyophilic colloid बात की है. So when a lyophilic soul is added to the lyophobic soul, then the lyophilic particles form a layer around the lyophobic particles, and thus they protect the lyophobic colloids from electrolytes. That means they protect from being coagulation of the lyophobic soul. Clear? And the lyophilic colloids used for this purpose to protect the coagulation of lyophobic soul, that lyophilic colloid is called protective colloid. Simple sa hai. So this phenomena of preventing the coagulation of lyophobic soul, कैसे prevent कर रहे हैं? By addition of small amount of or some lyophilic colloid is called protection of colloid or soul protection. Is also called soul protection. So this phenomena of preventing the coagulation of lyophobic soul by addition of some lyophilic soul is called protection of colloid or soul protection. Now different lyophilic colloids, they have different ability to prevent the coagulation of lyophobic souls, and it can be determined by using gold number. So what is gold number now? It's the minimum amount of protective colloid required in milligram. Required for what? To prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of the given gold sol. When 1 ml of the 10% solution of NaCl is added to it. So we are calculating the strength of the lyophilic sol. How can it prevent the lyophobic sol from being coagulated? कैसे निकाल रहे हैं? We require minimum amount of lyophilic colloid. We require minimum amount of protective colloid. Required for what? To prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of the given gold sol. So in this case, gold sol is the lyophobic colloid. So we have to protect the gold sol from being coagulated. How? When 1 ml of the 10% solution of NaCl is added to it. So in this case, NaCl is the electrolyte which will coagulate the gold sol. And we require minimum amount of protective colloid to prevent the coagulation of this given gold sol. That is called gold number. Clear? What is gold number? It is the minimum amount of the protective colloid required in milligram to prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of the given gold sol when 1 ml of the 10% solution of NaCl is added to it. And smaller the value of gold number, greater will be the capacity of that protective colloid to prevent the lyophobic sol. So that's about the protection of colloid, which can be determined with the help of gold number. So that's about the today's lecture. This lecture in which we discuss about the coagulation of the colloidal sol and the protection of the colloid. In the next lecture, we will discuss about emulsions and the applications of colloid. So see you all in the next lecture. आप सबको मेरा नमस्ते.